Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Thtman.x, and as you see, I'm back with another reaction video. Today, we are reacting to OnlyFans models versus their mom. This is very bold. You know, in the OnlyFans profession, it's a very explicit, it's a very sad thing, man. It's very lustful, very bad, very bad profession. But they are sitting in front of their mothers. You know what I'm saying? As a parent, if I had a child that indulged in this type of activity, I'd be hurt. If I had a daughter and she became one of those, man, you know what I mean? It's hurtful, but no judgment here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can be saved. But we're going to see how they parents feel about this. This is middle ground, so I guess they about to conversate on this matter. I know y'all see my big words. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff. Get into it.
Yeah, I've been asked to, like... and like, I think we all have.
I don't think this work is ever empowering. I just don't. I think it's a false empowerment.
It's like embarrassing to like almost say like, yeah, like my mom like kind of like just like left because of like what I do, you know?
Right.
The first prompt is, parents have a right to feel disappointed about their child's OnlyFans career.
Yeah.
Can they agree or step forward? I don't know if I agree.
Yeah, hey, I agree
my
with
name is
parents.
Maya. Hi. And also my mother is here in the white. Love you. I do believe that parents are allowed to feel disappointment, but I think there's a difference in being able to feel something and being able to act on it. Support means loving your child and allowing them to do something despite your disappointment.
I go by Soph, or so.
I ain't gonna lie. My daughter, like I said, this is my child. If my daughter tell me that she want to pursue that, she could pursue WWE also. Cause what I'm about to do, I'm RKO or the belt. I ain't gonna lie, you gonna have to get a whooping, cause we ain't doing that. Not in my house. Hell no, man. You will get the whooping of a lifetime. That's not abuse, by the way. We need to get out this soft generation. All because you whoop your kids don't mean you abuse your kids. My kids will catch that belt. Dead.
Yeah, and then I completely agree.
Discipline is not abuse.
This is my mom, Mary Lou, and I would never tell her how to feel. She is entitled to her own feelings, and even if she were to feel disappointed with my choices in any matter, I know at the end of the day, feelings pass, and there is a sort of love that always prevails through those feelings.
Yeah, I really agree. I was so disappointed when she chose that one, but I think it's her life. She has to make a choice. And for us parents, I feel I respect what she wants. But at the same time, I had plans for her for the future, and that because of her choice, my plans have been changed drastically. But then I cannot hinder whatever she chooses, because it's her life that she makes the choice.
Right.
Well, in contrast to what you're saying is that you said that you had plans for your daughter and that her doing OnlyFans was basically going against what your plans were for her. I feel like my choice in doing OnlyFans has allowed me to do what my plans were for myself and what my parents would hope that I did. So I started doing OnlyFans because I thought that it was a good means of creating a following and also, you know, having time freedom, having locational freedom in order, because I'm a songwriter. It allowed me to pursue my dreams versus if I had gone and started doing a 9-to-5, it would have inhibited my dreams.
I'm
So what
Patty,
kind of family do you
Maya's
want?
mother, and I agree that one can feel disappointed, and I was disappointed originally because I feel my daughter is beautiful, talented, gifted, educated, smart, and she chose, in my mind, low-hanging fruit. And I've evolved in my thinking about it. Everyone's on their own journey in this world, and if this is her journey, then I need to support her, and I would never disown her or be so disappointed that she would not be in my life. And I'd like to be around to help her make these choices. And
that sounds good. No, personally, I'm not supporting it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna love you no matter what. All because I don't support what you do don't mean I don't love you. I'm gonna love you, but don't ask me to support you. Don't ask me to promote it. I will not be posting your link on my story. Dead homies. I will not be promoting that. Would I disown you? No. But I ain't supporting it though. I ain't gonna lie. Bro, hell no. Hell no. I'm not supporting it. I ain't gonna lie. I can't, bro. I can't, bro, because that goes against everything that I stand for, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a Christian man. If y'all new here, I can't be promoting sexual sin. I can't. I can't be supporting lust, kid or not. I'm not going to hell for you. Dead homies. I could love you to death, but I ain't going to hell for you. At all. I'm not supporting that. Dead homies.
OnlyFans is...
And if you don't like it...
it's really made me think about why I was disappointed originally. And I think it had a lot to do with my religious upbringing, which, you know, and my morality around that. And I don't really think that even plays a part in my life, so I'm not really sure why that came up. But it made me understand that it really just doesn't matter. It's your body, your life.
It took me a while to figure out that this is her choice. We are very, very devout Catholics, and I'm Asian, and we are just, our upbringing is just so strict, and this kind of occupation is shunned by our relatives and everything, so it took me a while to figure out.
That's not just Asian.
I was gonna say
Italian.
It's very much. Ask what does she do and whatever, I cannot tell them what to do. I just say, you know, she's doing something offline, and that's all I can say. So I think they have learned to keep quiet and kind of respect that this is our life, me and my daughter. And I'm still hopeful that eventually she would choose a better understanding of how the future would be. This is good when they're young. As they get older, they have to get skills and whatever they can do to improve their life. And this kind of lifestyle is not going to hold on. If you plan to have a family, if you plan to have...
That's a fact. Y'all about to say they only be thinking about them, like think about your kids, bro. You gonna have, if you're son or daughter, bro, they gonna be at that lunch table one day. And it's gonna always be that one kid that be on social media. They gonna find something out, bro. Your kid gonna have to sit alone at lunch. Milk carton and all, just alone, drinking room temperature milk. Lonely, no friends, because you know what they gonna do? If she get in an argument or she laugh at any joke, I know you're not laughing. Dead on me. And I can't do that to my son. That's why I'm battling against this lust thing every day, because my son can't have a gooner dad. I'm sorry, he can't. I know I'm gonna have a son. He can't have a gooner dad. I can't be going outside. That's a bar.
I don't know where this fits in for her future. So that's the reason why I want to make sure that before I leave, that she's settled in such a way that she would be able to take care of her.
I'm Kirsten. I am Sean's bonus mom, and disappointment is a feeling that is not contingent on my love for my daughter. On the coattails of what you're saying, the creators earn a lot of skills through making of the content on OnlyFans that they can use in real life 9-to-5 jobs.
There is, and I've seen my daughter mature because she was so stubborn when she was young. We separated since she was 18, and she kind of found her own niche. and she found her own self. Now that I'm retired, I started getting closer to her and said, let's do something different. I will just respect what you want.
We were not close. I did leave the house actually when I was 17.
17.
So we did not have a close relationship when I was growing up. And when she actually found out, we didn't talk for like a year and a half. She was extremely upset. I didn't tell her. She found out. She found one of like my checks in the apartment, looked up everything on the computer, and found out and was just infuriated. And then
I feel it
obviously, as you're growing, you go through these sort of like canon life events, and she missed a couple because we were not on good terms because of her finding out. I think it really hit her missing those moments, and she started making an effort to reach out and spend more time with me, and saw me as more than this potential that she just had for me in her head since I was young.
Well, over time, I mean, one of the biggest changes that happens that I saw.
Damn, they don't get a chair in the back. Like, I know her legs hurt. They could at least give her a chair. You know what I mean? It's like they damn near force you to agree. I'd just be agreeing with everything. I'd just be agreeing just to sit down. Like, damn.
My mother.
She been there for a minute, ain't said a damn word. Give her a chair,
My parents
give her a
both
stool.
realized that it wasn't
Beanbag,
just
something.
a passing fad. It wasn't a stage that I was going through. It was an educated decision that I had made.
Is this a surgery nose? Like, I'm not even on no judgment. It just looks like it reminded me of Michael Jackson. Like I said, I'm not even trying to be funny. Then I look at the mom. Yeah, that has to be because I don't think nobody nostrils are like that. Like I said, this is not coming from a judgmental place or trying to be funny. Like, I was just genuinely curious.
My parents both realized that it wasn't just
it's a nice job.
passing
It looks
fad.
cool.
It wasn't a stage that I was going through. It was an educated decision that I had made. And they realized, okay, I wasn't being manipulated. I wasn't being sex trafficked. I wasn't doing hard drugs and getting addicted and living underneath a bridge somewhere. I had wonderful friends and a wonderful community. And I had a self-made business that I was proud of. And one's own relationship with OnlyFans is really complicated. It's really complicated because in myself, I do feel shame. I do feel disappointment. And it's complicated because in some environments, I feel very proud of who I am. I feel really proud. But in other instances, like, we haven't told our immediate family. We haven't told them, at least directly. And it's really, and it's difficult. It's difficult because it's a shameful environment that you're interacting with.
I'm a little shocked to hear that you're disappointed in yourself.
It's just in some ways, I'm getting older, and I have these dreams of being a songwriter. Part of me is like,
kids, man.
is it ever going to happen the longer that I wait? And is this in a way, which I know is my father's and my mother's biggest fear, is that I'm procrastinating on the thing I want to do the most in the world by doing every single other thing possible,
Yeah.
And I do,
right to feel like how they're
Okay, she finally decided to sit down.
Finally. Oh my god. Welcome. I love to sit.
You talk too much.
I want to start with saying, like, everyone has a right to, like, feel disappointed and, like, have their own opinion on things. But I do
Very
think that there's
soft-spoken.
very much a strong difference between, like, disappointment and respect, of course. What we do as, like, OnlyFans creators, it just is like any other job. Of course, like, my mom has a right to feel, like, disappointed if I chose to, like, pursue, like, a job as, like, a painter or a barista. I just, I don't know if, like, I necessarily, like, care. you know, like, it's my life, and, like,
Right.
she has a right to feel how
You have
she
free will
feels,
at the end of the day.
whether that's, like, disappointed or proud. I just think that all vocations differ, and work is work at the end of the day.
Did you hear what I said, Sean? That my love for you
Yeah.
is not contingent on how you make money.
Yeah, I know. I know you love me.
Oh,
I
wow.
think I would reiterate that it is not my job to judge her based on if she's a painter, a barista, or an OnlyFans creator. My job as a parent is to support and love her.
You know, at first, when I was disappointed originally, I also thought, gosh, everyone's going to think I'm a terrible parent. I did not steer
That's what I'm
her.
saying. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like it always like something like it affects more than just yourself, bro. That's what a lot of people like. Even with any career, like even if somebody wants to be a serial killer or what's something else, something, bro. What you do don't only affect you, good or bad. Good or bad, it affects the people around you. That's what people have to get out of a selfish mindset. Like, this is my life. I do what I want. It is your life, and you can do whatever you want because you was blessed with free will. But you know what I'm saying, those actions that you do have consequences, whether good or bad. And those actions can affect you and people around you. And sometimes it can affect the people around you more than it affects you. That's a fact. And that's just a part of growing up and being mature and just knowing, like with stuff like this could hurt your parents. But like, damn, like, did I not do a good job? And then people looking around like, damn, this your kid, bro. Like, you got your kid out on the internet doing this. The same thing with a robber, drug dealer, football player. You know what I'm saying? Like, it affects your actions affect more than just yourself. And me, most importantly, I'm thinking about my kids. I don't want little Tom at the lunch table getting bullied because of me. And I can't, bro. That's why I know what I'm saying, with this lust battle I'm battling every day, bro. Jesus Christ, please deliver. Dead on.
Correctly, I didn't guide her enough. My job is to make her a perfect citizen of the world, and here she chose something that I think a lot of people would say is a little bit immoral. And it was an education, because I realized that the world is a lot more desensitive to sex than it was 50 years ago.
Satan is putting in his work, but guess what? Our Heavenly Father was way stronger than the devil. We all give our life to Jesus Christ. This could be switched, but it was already written in the Bible. It's meant to be. It's already happening. Like, he got sent to the earth for a reason, man. He's putting in work.
60 years ago, when I was little.
You grew up in the 70s.
I really had to look that there weren't stars, that basically everyone in this field is an amateur, and they're making their own business. So I'm proud that she's become a businesswoman, proud that she's making enough money to support herself and actually give me, a lot of things that I usually give her, which is kind of nice.
So before, when you first sat down, you said that you can allow your mother to feel, you can understand your mother feeling disappointment, but you don't really care. Do you ever think that disappointment is justified?
I don't know how to, it's a complicated question. If you find joy and empowerment from working a 9-to-5 or living a very conservative lifestyle.
Like my jail fit.
Full props to you. But I find joy and empowerment from, being a creator and expressing myself authentically and learning more about myself and having creative freedom. So
if your mom, not putting words in your mouth whatsoever, but if she said to you point blank, I'm disappointed in you, would you say that opinion is justified? I just don't care. Is that your opinion of it?
Sean, you did have that experience, didn't you?
I don't know.
Not with
Was that how it went down?
But do you want to talk about your negative experience with a parent?
I have.
Pops wasn't with it. I feel him though. I feel him, bro. I feel him, gang.
Very negative experience with my dad. I wouldn't say it was as negative as it could have been, but he worries about safety and there are plenty of other things that he'd rather me be doing. He knows at the end of the day that.
But I feel like when it comes to your disappointment, you don't put them in a place of downgrading them and calling them out their name, like you're You're a WHORE, or you're a SLUT. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't degrade them and push them deeper into it. Like, let them know that they are more than that. Let them know their true value. Let them know that they don't have to just be looked at as a sexual object. Because these fans that they got is really just horny Discord mods. They don't get they don't have no female interaction. It's just lustful people, and they don't look at you as a human being that's creating content, empowering people. They look at you as a sex object. They don't look at you as human. They look at you as an object to get them off, bro. These girls are so much valuable, and once they truly learn their value, they realize that they don't have to do this, and that they could be businesswomen, true businesswomen outside of the sexual industry. Like, yeah, they're so much more valuable than what they probably look at themselves as. Like, you are made in God's image. Like, you're up here. But you know what I'm saying, in this world, like, and then when you continue to live in a sexual or in that lustful aspect, you bring yourself down here. But you're really meant to be up here. These women are so much more than just sex objects.
It's my life, and that he's mostly worried about my
safety. And it's a false empowerment.
But I do think that there's some judgment there, and like, sure, maybe it's justified, but I want my parents to be proud of me, of course, but I don't need them to be. Like, as long as I'm happy.
Creating adult content online is a form of empowerment, not exploitation.
Well, I just said that. Yeah, it's false.
I'm Kirsten, Sean's bonus mom, and I will say that it is completely empowerment.
So who?
As you get to choose what you create and what you do with that and who you do it with.
I mean, I love to hear that you think it's empowerment. I think that, I get to creatively express myself and feel positive about my body image, and I think for plenty of OnlyFans creators,
but you can express yourself outside of using your body.
It helps their body image and their feelings around themselves and self-confidence, and it's not the case for everybody, but I think that we as creators have autonomy over their brand and our image and what we put out and how we market ourselves, and we have a flexible schedule, so there's a lot of empowerment there. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah.
I totally disagree. I totally disagree. The only reason I stepped up is because I actually don't think that it's a form of empowerment, but I do think that it is in specific case scenarios. So I think that overall, women have been oppressed for so long. So to be able to own a business, to be able to earn income, to be able to profit on something that's existed and will continue to exist. So I think that it's a wonderful way for women to get out of toxic relationships, abusive, work environments, sex trafficking. I think that to create your own career is empowerment, but we are operating under a misogynistic system.
That's what I'm saying.
And I don't consider myself the antagonist of it. I'm not being let's feed the men. But I also know that I'm operating under a system of people objectifying women.
Right.
And I'm profiting off of it. And so
she's not dumb. Look at her. She's smart.
Both. It's a double-edged
sword. What's her name, Cassie?
Getting into the nitty-gritty,
That's racist.
you get accustomed from a person, and you have to do whatever this person's saying. And I sometimes look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, I get mad. I'm like,
that's what I'm saying. You're not empowering. You feel empowerment and want to feel yes, you're in freedom. No, you're really just being a puppet, bro. It feels empowering, but you're really just a puppet to somebody's meat. No, they want to be meat. That's all they want to do. You ain't empowering at all, bro. It feels empowering. Oh yeah, I'm free. I can do this. But it feels free, but you're just in a box. Imagine you're just in a box, in a room, just a box in a room. But it's a whole world outside of that box. But you're just stuck in that box, and it feels like freedom. It feels like, you know what I'm saying? Until you get close to the window, then you see it's a whole world that you're trapped in. You're just a puppet. Really, for real though, it's not empowering at all. You're really just a puppet, and then you're just being only used for somebody's sexual pleasure. If you get empowerment out of that, but that's not empowerment. You're not free at all, and then it stays with you for life. If if you try to become that businesswoman, it's gonna be that one gooner that know you, and he's gonna be a loser. He's gonna expose it. Look what happened to Sketch.
To just like do this thing that this guy's telling me to do for money.
Stays with you for life.
But you don't.
Yeah.
But
Isn't
I was
that
going
the
to
guy
say,
of OnlyFans
that's
that you
part-
get to pick and
Yeah.
choose,
You
and
get to
you
pick
get
and
to tell
choose.
them to fuck off and move on to the
But
next
then you also have to
person?
make money. You also
I
have to
mean-
make-
Hold on. Who just called me? Who is that? Hold up, y'all. Yo, I'm back. Alright, locked in. Somebody spam my
Make
phone.
money.
I would say I lean towards the dom side with what I do. I say no to many things because if I'm not comfortable doing it, then it's not going to feel good and it's not going to feel empowering and I'm not going to want to keep doing it. Part of the reason I enjoy this and I've been able to do it for as long as I have is having healthy boundaries, which is hard to maintain with what we do, is the hard no's. What are you okay with? What are you not okay with? Because at the end of the day, we do like have to like live with ourselves and knowing what we do. And I think that's where like the sort of shame comes in or can creep in. And I never want to feel ashamed because there's already so much shame with doing OF.
I've
Man,
noticed with
it's
Samantha
freedom, but at what
that
cost?
your
Like, you gain
self-esteem has-
something, you could gain money. What is it? What is it that a man gains the whole world but loses his soul? It says that in the Bible. But like, you could have everything, but you could lose so much. Like, you could get all the money, but your kids might not love you. Your husband might break up with you. You might not find a husband. You might lose your friends. You might lose your family. You know what I'm saying? Like, getting rich at what cost? Being a businesswoman, but at what cost? You know what I mean?
better.
I'm gonna stop pausing,
She's
dude.
more open. She's more
Same with the dudes. Also,
verbal.
this goes for
Working
both
in this
genders.
kind of environment has made her a better person than I expected. And it is giving her more empowering in terms of her being able to control what she can do.
I think that's very sweet. I think that I definitely have, like we discussed earlier, more boundaries. I'm very outspoken about my boundaries and what I will and won't tolerate.
Well, Sean, you have a great example of a hard no.
Yeah, I've been asked to like take a shit on my phone.
Oh, yeah.
And like
And that's a world full of weirdos. He needs jail time. The fact that turns you on, you're wicked. And if she would have did that, you would imagine after you created that video, you would have had to go pause that video, remove that load that you just dropped on your phone, throw the load in the toilet, then you have to clean your phone with that smell. Yeah, man.
I think we all have.
It's
horrible. People are weird.
yeah,
It's like sadly not.
And if you ask for feet pics, you're canceled.
going back to what you said about like
If you like feet, you're weird.
shame and like patriarchy and like the systems we live under. I think that it creates like OnlyFans creates like an inclusive and safe space for like not just women. Like it creates a space for a lot of people that like, you know, where a 9 to 5 isn't necessarily an option. Trans folk and like houseless folk and disabled folk, like people with autism and people under the spectrum, and like it can be for everybody. And like I feel more of a sense of shame sometimes at a 9 to 5, as opposed to like what we do. Like I have autonomy over what I do and I have control over that, and like I don't know. That's my piece.
Hey.
I disagree because I don't think this work is ever empowering.
At all.
I just don't. I think it's a false empowerment
Shout out to her.
that happens. Yes, you're doing your own business. Yes, you're doing that, but it's sort of like that old adage of like the stripper thinking she's more superior than the guys. It's just not.
For you, it's
To
not
me, I
empowering.
just don't think that's true. You're at someone's mercy. You know,
Yeah.
I've been to so many countries where women are oppressed and they
Yeah, but-
have no idea they're oppressed. I was in Pakistan a long time ago and I was staying with a family there, and all the women in the house were like, I'm so happy I don't have to go out to work. All I have to do is tell my husband to bring home this amount of money, and I get to stay home and make food. And I'm thinking, you have no idea that they're keeping you in the house. They're not letting you work even if you wanted to. But they had no clue that they were oppressed. But they felt empowered.
No, they
felt
happy.
empowered.
They felt
no,
happy.
they weren't happy.
Listen.
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 Just listen.
Just listen.
They hated cooking all the time and thinking about food and knitting and whatever.
Like if you're only
But
looked at as
they
just a sex
really
worker, then like,
felt
you know
empowered.
what I mean? You're not gonna
I
find
think it's the
you know what I mean?
same with when you do this kind of work. You feel
Wanna forever be
empowered
used,
because
bro.
you're the one deciding, you're the one running your business, you're the one taking in money. But at the end of the day, it's for someone else's, I can't say exploitation necessarily, but exploitation. I'm gonna say it. You know?
I was gonna say,
Your job is
Yeah.
like that.
My job,
you
I'm
do
exploited.
like all the accounting and everything, and you're just basically a henchman for other people.
Yeah, because you're
And
working
in some
for
way, we're all
someone.
henchmen for others.
businesses are at the whim of the customers at the end of the day.
Like, we live in a
Without
capitalist-
customers, there's no
You sell
businesses.
shoes, you're the whim of the
That's
shoe
how-
buyer.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We're all, and it's not, the only difference is that we're being exploited sexually versus as a vendor, as for objects, right?
I don't feel exploited because I'm compensated handsomely. I don't have to do anything with my body. It's all my brain.
If you wanted to do something with your body, if you, say for example, right, it's hard to imagine, but say you were like, oh, like this would be fun, like I would like to do that. And just the same, you're like, oh, it's all my brain, because you don't want to do things with your body. But if you had wanted to do things with your body, then you'd think that was empowerment just the same.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. I know what she's trying to say, but not hell nah, bro. I remember when I was 12, bro. Remember when I first beat my meat? I felt like a superhero, gang. I ain't gonna lie. I felt like a superhero, bro. Now the older I get, it feel like I'm in a prison. It's like set me free, gang. Like I hate it. And the more me saying that is, bro, like it could seem fun in the moment, but like, bro, it's really like a jail cell, bro. It's like you're walking in the jail cell. You're in a jail cell, and it feels fun. It feels fun. Until that door closes, and then now you want to get out. Now it's like you can't get out. So it seems fun. It seems empowering. It seems like freedom until it's not. And then once you if you ever grow out of this and you realize like this is not it, it's gonna feel like a jail cell game. And you're just digging yourself deeper and deeper into the hole, man. Just walk out while you can.
Well, for me, I'm a therapist,
I'm really
and
spitting
then
right
my
now.
boss will tell me to do this because insurance will pay for us. I feel very exploited because I'm not using the skills I know. But then because we are service-oriented and we have to work on it, we find different ways of going around it in order to be able to get paid by insurance. So we find
And that's
different
exactly
ways.
what you were saying.
It's different
All
ways.
businesses are at the
All
whim of
businesses
like,
are at the
I
whim
mean,
of the
exploiting
customers.
me.
at least we have a
My
choice.
skills,
I mean,
yeah.
we get to choose. I'm sure there's days where you're working and you don't want to use your brain. Maybe you're a little burnt out. We all have days where we feel like maybe a little burnt out, but you still have to use your brain. And some days we push through and we use our body,
So maybe we should talk about what exploit means. What's the difference between being exploited and being a good customer service person?
It's who receives
or,
more.
Like who receives more?
Is it like more of like a power imbalance? Would you agree?
Power, and there's a lot of different ways of being exploited. It can be money, it can be power, it can be your autonomy, it can be your rights, it can be your time, it can be a lot of different things. But the exploitation comes when one receives more than the other. And the thing is that with OnlyFans, you don't really know which side is receiving more because, yeah, we're making an income, but they're, excuse my profanity, getting their nut. Which is worth more because one is monetary and one is sexual. And, sometimes people on
Well,
the OnlyFans
who's the
side-
exploiter? Is it your customer or is it OnlyFans?
Both.
Both, yeah.
We both exploit each other. And a lot of men will come into my comments and be like, oh, you're just exploiting men for money. And then a lot of people come in my
Exploiting men for money.
Oh, absolutely. I get so many comments. I don't know if you guys get that comment. I get a
But
lot
yet
of
they're
comments.
in your DMs.
And then a lot of
I'm
people
about to say,
saying,
but they're the gooners, so they're exploiting themselves. I feel like it's just a whole circle of losers, man. Like it's just losers. Just loser. Lust itself, man. Sex was made. All this sexual stuff was made for the attention of glorifying God and for us to become one flesh with one person, man. But they got exploited. It got exploited. Now it's this.
oh, men are just exploiting
That was
you
bad, man.
for your
Sex
body. And I'm like, they're two different currencies. How can you compare them? And I don't know.
Yeah.
Platforms like OnlyFans have normalized unhealthy attitudes towards sex and intimacy.
Everybody better step up. Shut the hell up. If you don't step up, if you don't step up, if y'all don't step, everybody better step up. You don't.
I don't agree with that.
Oh! Is she the only smart one? What's her name? She's the only smart one.
So, I'm the only one up here.
Maya.
Which is,
Maya's the only
interesting.
one.
I don't
With a
know
brain.
what my experience with OnlyFans is compared to everybody else's.
Like,
I think
how has it not normalized unhealthy attitudes towards sex and intimacy? It's false reality. It's through a screen. People find fake relationships and make fake relationships through a screen. Just be me. It's false. It's literally unhealthy, bro. It literally destroys the mind and the soul and the spirit. It destroys it all. It destroys your body, bro. It normalizes unhealthy.
it can
No way
be
are that
something that,
deep in.
it's the chicken and the egg, that you don't really know what comes first. Somebody's weird relationship with sex and intimacy, and that allowed them
Half of
to kind of drop.
98% of the most of the men that beat their meat on a consistent basis can't even talk to a girl. You put them beside a girl, they probably gonna start breakdancing. They know what I'm saying? Like, bro, they can't. They literally can't, bro. They're gooners. Like, they got gooner mind. A lot of these, yes, bro, yes, they can't. A lot of these dudes can't even talk to a girl. I was one of them, bro. You can't even talk. You can't even look at a girl without thinking about sex. Like, I couldn't even talk to a girl without thinking, like, if I can't hit her, bro, I'm not talking to her.
Their inhibitions and be able
It's
to
very
do
unhealthy.
OnlyFans, or maybe they started doing OnlyFans and they developed issues with sexual intimacy, or maybe OnlyFans exacerbated issues that they previously had. I don't know, but I just know that in the world there's a lot of women who've experienced sexual trauma, myself included, and that I was able to do OnlyFans because a part of me was cut off from being very emotionally involved with it. And so it was almost a dissociation method, and that's how I was able to do it in the first place. I also know a lot of women in the industry who have experienced sexual trauma and are able to do it because they're able to kind of shut off that part of their brain. And I'm not saying that's for every single person. There's times when I think to myself, maybe this isn't healthy for me. And I wonder
There's so much
if
more than it.
maybe, it's just exacerbating something that I need to work on. But at the end of the day, I don't just, look at OnlyFans and say that's the cause, that's the reason. I think that there are a lot of ways people operate underneath it, and there are going to be a lot of people who are damaged by it, and a lot of people who aren't. And how one person interacts with it is going to be completely different from another person. And so I think it's only for oneself to see when they've reached their limit of when they need to stop. And I've known a lot of creators, both in the mainstream world and the OnlyFans world, who have stopped because they couldn't take it anymore, because it became damaging to them, and they couldn't do it anymore.
Y'all like so much more than this, man. Same for the dudes that just beat their meat on just gooners.
OnlyFans, not just OnlyFans, but the porn industry has become way more common. It's just so global and so there all the time that I think a lot of it.
It's on purpose. It was made to remove us from God and just to destroy the people and keep people as losers. They know that sexual sin is the worst sin. Sexual sin is the only sin that where you sin against God in your body, like you sin against yourself, like it literally destroys you as a person, bro. Why do you think it's the biggest thing in the world right now? Everything is sexual. In the music, the content, everything. It normalizes and glorifies sexual immorality. It's on purpose, bro.
In
The
a
devil know what
normal
he
way
doing, man.
in normal relationships.
I think
So I kind of agree.
I think that the difference
the sin that
between what I'm
destroys you the
saying and
fastest.
how you're saying, oh, it creeps its way into normal relationships, I feel a desensitivity towards sex. I lost my virginity to a non-consensual situation, and that wasn't what I wanted. And so it kind of, a lot of people, when in the face of sexual trauma, turn around and they become very avoidant to sex, avoidant to physical touch. And there's also the other coin, the other side of the coin, where you become hypersexual and you become, and the two ways of thinking about it, right, are that was really traumatizing to me. I don't ever want to feel that again, right? And okay, let's negate that happened and let's make that not an important event. And I went on the more hypersexual side. I just kind of lost a lot of inhibitions. My brain didn't fully shut off, it's just my value system changed. And that allowed me to be able to do sex work. And
she is so smart.
that desensitivity is okay sometimes, but I also don't always know that it's healthy.
It's not.
And in normal relationships, there's not that desensitivity, I don't think.
You're probably disassociating to protect yourself because of the abuse you went through.
Maybe. It's also just something I was able to do it, I think, because of those experiences. And over time, I've become more avoidant, and it's become more difficult to do work sometimes because I don't feel very sexual. A lot of it is based on trauma for me. So
she's so
sorry
smart.
you went through that, but I can
Shout out to Maya.
relate.
yeah, I mean, everybody's experiences are different. And I'm not saying that you need trauma to be able to do this work. And I'm not saying that you should get some trauma if you want to do this work. That's probably not what you should do. But I think that it takes a level, it takes an ability to
Well, I
do
think
this
that's
work.
probably true, but I also think that non-consensual sex happens a lot to women in this world, whether they go into OnlyFans or not. I certainly didn't go into OnlyFans, and it's happened to me. I lost my virginity to a non-consensual relationship when I was 17, and
You wanna know why that happens? Because it's a lot of these gooner dudes that don't know how to control themselves. They're controlled by a lustful demon. And then they just become losers. Like they can't even control themselves, like to where their flesh controls them. I was one of them. I'm struggling even at this moment. Like I battle with lust every day, bro. But it don't control me no more. But bro, like it controls you when it takes over if you allow it. But all these
it actually
dudes that
wasn't
do this stuff
traumatic
to girls, they're
because
gooners.
he was my boyfriend, and there was no such thing as that back then. It wasn't a stranger. It wasn't stranger. Right? So I didn't know what to do with it, but it did affect me and my relationships with men. And I did have a promiscuous side for a while, and then I went celibate for a while. So I don't know. It really is. It's terrible. We sound so dysfunctional, and I think we're probably more normal than.
Thank you for sharing. That was very vulnerable, and thank you so much for sharing that. That was
Probably more.
I just think that there's a lot more to that conversation in terms of anything can be you can be desensitized to anything. And I don't know if it's OnlyFans that's desensitizing people to sex necessarily.
Even the movies and the way they do things now.
Oh, my camera. I'll be back.
More geared to sex, so the idea of having sex is desensitized already because of media.
I agree, Mama. I don't think it's inherently OnlyFans.
OnlyFans is really
No, it's so
the media.
It's just touch the world, man, all around.
When you take
OnlyFans plays a big part.
I think it's a way, going back to the empowerment thing, is to take control of it. I didn't have an OnlyFans. I went through years of putting myself through more abuse, I didn't have the control to say, okay, well, I'm going to make money from this and I'm going to control this situation. Maybe that's the part that is attractive to a lot of people to OnlyFans. And maybe if I was your age and it happened to me, I'd be doing OnlyFans.
Parents often care more about social embarrassment than their child's actual safety if they're on OnlyFans. Can they take a step forward?
A lot of parents. It depends.
No, I disagree.
I personally do not agree with that statement. I worked with sex workers through a counseling program I was involved in, and parents definitely cared more about what the neighbors thought or their friends thought than what their child was doing or their child's well-being. And that's not with my personal experience with Sean, that's through my career.
I definitely agree 1,000% with you. That's what I've seen personally. We all know parents love to brag about their kids.
Say the Uncrustables not top 5 snacks in 2026. Top 5 snack. It's like I haven't had them a lot this year, but I'm not gonna say top 5, top 15 snack, 100%.
Kids and their kids' achievements. So when parents feel that this job is shameful, they don't even really consider, is my child safe? Are they okay? Are they being trafficked? Is anything sus going on? And they just immediately jump to, oh my, what is the rest of the family gonna say? How are people gonna perceive me? Versus,
Is my kid
is my kid okay?
Right.
Are they?
Last pause. I was definitely one of those. I had an ex-girlfriend. I did a story time on my thing not so long ago. If you go back, the time I cuffed the school thought. Very funny video. I made it a year ago. This was before I was saved, by the way. But I had an ex-girlfriend, and her past was extensive. She did some things in the past, right? And I didn't know that until I cuffed her. And then after me cuffing her, I found that out. I cared more about my perception, how people perceived me or what people thought of me rather than her feelings. Because through that, I was a bad boyfriend. I used to have mood swings. I love her to death at one moment, then I'd look at her in disgust, and I didn't know how that was affecting her. And I was so immature. I was 16 at the time. I was so immature, and I didn't care about her feelings. I care about mine more than hers. Imagine everybody looking at you a certain way, and then plus the person that you feel comfortable with and that you feel close to, you know what I'm saying, that you love, looks at you the same way as them. It was very selfish of me, and I didn't treat her right due to how I cared, how people looked at me. And also with me going in, I play football, me in the locker room having locker room talking, and you know what I'm saying, people laughing and making jokes about me made me also look at her differently, and I treated her bad due to that, and I didn't care about her personal feelings. I cared about more my perception rather than her. So yeah, man, I was one of those.
Do they want to be doing this? Do they enjoy this? Me and my mom didn't talk for a really long time. Wow. And she did not ask if I was okay. Her immediate thing wasn't, are you safe? It was what the hell are you doing? We eventually got around to those questions, but for me, I know she judged me immediately. What I've seen with my friends as well that also are in the industry, their parents are extremely judgy. They don't talk to most of their family. I know a bunch of people that are disowned because of OnlyFans. They a lot of people, their family doesn't even want to associate them because of perception.
I feel that.
Initially, when Samantha told me that she was doing this for a couple of years, I was really having a hard time accepting it. I started changing my mind because I was also having some marital problems and stuff like that. So between her and my husband, my ex-husband now, I was having some issues on my own. So I had to deal with my issues first before I could deal with her issues. But eventually towards the end, just recently, or how many years ago, that I started reaching out to her, and I started learning that being a sex worker wasn't really as bad as painted by everything that I knew from before. So right now, I have learned to accept her. Right now, we're closer as it is. I know my relatives don't know anything about what she does. Who cares? It's me, and she's my daughter. So I'm really sitting with her, and if we
They
don't
probably know
attend
now.
parties or we don't do whatever it is, it's okay, because then in the long run, I'm gonna be the parent of my daughter. So that's what I feel now.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think that if you were to go back in time now, like, and do you think that there's anything that you could say to yourself at that time that would have
Yeah.
changed your mind?
I should have, I should have to think about her instead of thinking about it affecting me. Thinking back, I felt like Samantha really needed a lot of guidance at that time. And she was really working hard, and she ended up finding herself around her friends. When she had a car accident, I went there immediately, and she said, "Don't worry, Mom. My friends will take me to the hospital, my mom." Even though I was willing to take off work and do things and take care of her, I felt like, she ended up solving it on her own. Somehow that experience has taught me that, I have neglected her during those days because I was just me.
It takes a lot to change your mind on something like that.
Yeah, it took a while. It really took a while.
She took her time.
I took
She took her time.
And so I ended up taking time off to be with her, and we would do
No, I
things
feel that, though.
together.
Sometimes it
So I
takes
started
growth.
reaching out because I was
Still growing. I'm only
neglecting
20.
my part as a parent, so I was very, very selfish.
Obviously, you were going through issues where, like, I wasn't allowed at your house because you lived with my stepdad, and my stepdad did not like what I did. They are not together anymore. They are divorced. But I wasn't allowed to come over and even, like, hang out with her. So she had to make the effort to come to me. And then she started making more of an effort, but it was like really lonely. I used to stream from a camp house, and we had a house mom. And I think that I almost idolized my house mom, and me and her were like this. We were best friends because I didn't.
You had no mother.
Yeah, like she sort of like stepped in and guided me, but I would have preferred my actual mom
Right.
there so bad. I don't think I really dealt with like us not communicating very well. I think I like drank a ton, went out a lot. Holidays were always the worst because I'm not going over there for Thanksgiving, so it's Friendsgiving every year, Christmas every year with my friends, like it was really hard. It really fucking like honestly sucked. And it's like embarrassing to like almost say like, yeah, like my mom like kind of like just like left because of like what I do, like you want your parents' love to be like unconditional, and when you're hit with that reality that like, oh, it is sort of like conditional, it's like
Making me cry.
So but it's not like that anymore.
But either way, a parent's job is to love their child unconditionally, and if you're loved by conditions,
you could tell the mom's hurt by it.
That's not parenting. And I'm not trying to come at you or your mother, but you keep saying, hey, like it's all right, we're fine now. But that's incredibly difficult, and if I were in your shoes, I don't know.
Hey, bro, I'm about to punch my camera again. Like, lock in, bro. Lock in, bro. All right. I'm about to end it in a little bit. It's gonna be the last segment.
I know, I saw that.
But it's hard.
She really got stronger personally. That's why I was so relieved when I saw what the effect had on her, that somehow she had sorted out her own problems. And
Wish you were there, but it's okay. You're here now,
never too late.
Yeah, it's never like
Better late than never.
yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
I love you. It's okay. And I don't hold any of that against you. It's like a tough thing to work through. I love you so much.
W growth, man.
You're making me tear up. What the heck? I'm not even in your family.
I love you, Mom. It's okay.
W growth, man. Hey, but we gonna end it right here, man. Let me know in the comment section if y'all want to finish this. This video is already lengthy enough. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, man. Give your life to Jesus Christ. Y'all are so much more valuable than sex objects. Any girl, any dude that want to get into this field, man, this lust thing, like, it's not as fun as it really is, bro. It's really a trap, and the enemy will make it seem as fun as possible until it ain't. Dead homies. The love of Jesus Christ is so much more powerful and so much more empowering through that. Like, who doesn't want to have the spirit of the only one living God, of the creator? He created everything. Who wouldn't want to have his spirit? That's so much more empowering. I feel more empowered to have the spirit of God living inside me rather than hitting any girl, than hitting any bad girl in the world. Like, I take the love of my Lord and Savior any day. Like, comment, subscribe, do other good stuff.